going on, guys? Critic here, back again for another video, and today I am bringing you 5 tips for Apex Legends Season 16 Revelry. So if you guys want to enjoy my tips and tricks video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let's cut to the chase here and dive right in. Starting with tip number 1, decide how you want to play the following match before you pick your legends. While you're sitting in the lobby and you're queued for the match, you should decide with your team how you want to play this match. I'm assuming that you're playing with a 3-stack here. My next tip will be for solo queue. But assuming you're playing with a team here, whether it's duos or trios, or 3-stacking in ranked, you want to all be in agreement with your team how you want to play the following match. There are 3 ways this season to play that I've seen be the most successful: full aggro, hybrid, and full passive. And there are good team comps for each. I will list my personal favorite team comps for each. So if you want to play full aggro, I would recommend running either a Pathfinder or Wraith, a Bloodhound or a Seer, and then a dealer's choice, whoever you want on your third. I would recommend maybe that possibly being a Skirmisher, but you could put a support on there too if you want. But you can put anything you want on there. That's your dealer's choice. You have Wraith and Pathfinder for your movement and to be your entry fragger. Recon is still good despite the nerfs and changes it's received. Recon's still good. And then you can fill on your third with whoever you want. Maybe you want to throw in Newcastle, or maybe you want to throw in Watson or Caustic, or maybe you want to throw in Octane. You can. That third slot's open for whoever you want to fit into your team comp, whatever you find works best. Now, for a hybrid team comp, I find that you're going to want to run, once again, probably a Wraith, a Pathfinder, or even a Valkyrie. Horizon, those can work too. Then you want to fill in, you can run any of the recons. You can pop in Vantage, you can pop in Bloodhound, you can pop in Seer. I wouldn't recommend Crypto, but you could if you wanted, if you know how to play him aggressively, because he's better on passive, and I'll get to that in a second. But you can slot in any recon you want, or you don't even have to run a recon if you don't want. You can slap in a passive, or not a passive, support, like Newcastle or Gibraltar. And once again, the third slot would be a dealer's choice. I would recommend putting in a Mad Maggie, because shotguns are really good this season. So I think Mad Maggie would be a really good pick. And then moving on, if you want to play more passive, and you want to just hold down and wait for KP or play late game, a good team comp I would recommend is either Caustic or Watson, Crypto on your recon, and then any form of fast movement like Wraith or Valkyrie. Maybe Pathfinder if you can get his zip fast enough. But the way to get his ult instantly now is by scanning care packages, because Pathfinder's a skirmisher now. So I would recommend Valkyrie or Wraith. That way you land, you scan that ring console, you see where the next ring is. Crypto scans the beacon, he sees where all the enemies are. And then I would recommend Valkyrie over Wraith, but you can use either to then portal and or fly all the way over to where the next zone is, where you can set up camp. So those are my favorite legend comps right now, depending upon your playstyle and how you want to play. But it's very important to decide going into the match which of these styles you want to play, especially in ranked this season. So moving on to tip number 2. What if you're solo queuing? What is the best legends to pick if you're solo queuing, especially for ranked? I'm solo queuing ranked. What should I pick here? Well, I got a couple of answers here for you. You can always go with the classic Wraith or Octane. Those are still good picks. Wraith even better now with her increased portal. So both of those still good picks if you're solo queuing. But my personal favorite sleeper pick, Loba. Hear me out. Loba right now is probably one of the best solo queue legends right now for ranked, and I'll tell you why. The new passive that support legends got allows them to craft banners in the replicator, even after they've expired, and they only cost 30 materials. You play Loba, you're solo queuing, you have, let's just make up some random, you have a Wraith and Octane teammate, since I'm gonna go use the standard Wraith Octane die off the rip stereotypes here. So you got a Wraith and Octane teammate, you pick Loba. They're gonna drop you right up into Fragment, because that's what they do. You're already sitting here in like Plat or something. You're like Plat 1 on the brink of Diamond. You don't want to lose a ton of RP when this could be your rank up game. So of course you drop in. Wraith instantly runs into Streamer Building, absolutely gets murked and dies. Octane tries to follow suit and then gets downed and also dies. So now they're both dead. The team is camping their banners and you're left alone with a 1v3 with possibly a third party on the way. So what do? Well, you're Loba. Take that tactical, throw it, get out of there, run away. It doesn't matter if they're screaming down their mics about why you're running, just ignore that. Use that tactical and get out of there. Find the nearest replicator, craft their banners. Grab their banners, make it to the nearest respawn beacon. Throw down your ultimate and respawn them. Boom, your team is back, your ultimate's down so they can easily get relooted back up, and they're right back in the fight. Loba is a sleeper pick this season. The fact you could throw that tactical to get out of any bad situation, especially if your teammates are both dead, get over to a replicator, craft their banners, throw down your ultimate and respawn them so they can get looted back up quickly, makes her one of the best solo queue legends, and I would recommend you use her over Wraith or Octane, but I say all three are still really good solo queue legends this season. So, moving right along, we have our weapon changes. So here are what I recommend you run in this season's weapon meta. Our OP weapons are obviously the Nemesis, which they said they were going to ship out hot, and it is. It is absolutely busted. If you have more than one aimed at you, you're going to go down in a heartbeat. The R99 also absolutely slaps. It's been turned into its care package state again with the addition of an extra bullet. It out damages the car again. R9's on top, and shotguns have bigger pellets at close range, so you're gonna stop hitting those 9s and 7s and start hitting for big damage. So shotguns, the R99, and the Nemesis are absolutely shredded right now. Run any combination of those you want. Whether that be R9 and a shotgun of choice, whether that be the Nemesis and a shotgun of choice. I personally have been running R9 and Nemesis, and I have been absolutely frying. These are the weapons that you're going to want to run right now. The old reliable Flatline and 301 are still good. They will still get the job done. But right now it seems to be a very close quarter meta, with the exception of the Nemesis, which is just absolutely busted. So moving on. The care package rotation has changed. Let me inform you that the Hemlock is in and the Rampage is on the ground. But let me mention something else. For tip number 4. Watch your hop-ups. Now, I know what you're thinking. Creative, everyone knows if you have a weapon that needs a hop-up, you always keep an eye out for the hop-up. The set of hop-ups that are in the game right now, there's a combination that hasn't been in since Season 2, and most people have forgotten about it or never played when it was a thing. The RE45 is still in the care package and still has disruptor rounds on it. Hammer Point was added back this season for the P20 in Mozambique. Right now, we have the Disruptor Hammer Point combo that we have not seen since Season 2. And there's a reason that we haven't seen it since Season 2. Crack someone and melt them with their shields with the Disruptors, whip out a Mozambique with Hammer Points on it, boom. Done. Easy fight, right there. It's such a killer combo that I recommend running Mozambique. And the Mozambique actually does compete with all the other shotguns this season. That buff affected it just as much as it affected the rest of the shotguns. All 4 shotguns are equally viable this season. And if you get Hammer Points on a Mozambique, oh boy, you better pray to the Apex gods that they give you an RE45 out of that care package. Because if you get that combo, you will win every fight, assuming your aim is good. Now, for my final tip, warm up before your matches. We have Deathmatch now in the game. It's going to cycle with Control and Gun Run as well in just a couple more weeks, and the firing range was updated to have a whole bunch of new things you can do with the dummies. Warm up before you go into your matches, especially if you're playing ranked. It will help you so much, especially with all these new options and these new pub kind of maps and these games like Deathmatch. Like, I've been playing Deathmatch a ton to warm up. It's great. I'll run 2 or 3 death matches before hopping into ranked, and I'm already doing so well because I've been frying with the R9 or Nemesis and the death match, and now I'm going into the ranked match. I'm already warmed up and I'm feeling it, and I'm beaming and I'm hitting my shots and I'm one magging, and it helps so much compared to when I just go into ranked cold without warming up. I'll tend to whiff a bit, at least starting out, until I'm warmed up. So take advantage of all the new options you have to warm up before your grind. Even if you're just gonna go into pubs and go pub stomping, if you want to try and go for a 4K 20 bomb, warm up and then go for it. It will help you. You will see better results, I promise. But that is my 5 tips for Season 16 Revelry of Apex Legends. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Those links are down below. And if you want to join the Nerd Herd Discord or the Crimson Cult, both of those are also linked down below. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone!